that tend to support Democrats, and I don't think that's really a help at all for Democrats. So look, I don't think it hurts Trump. I mean, of course, it goes to their character, but I don't think it hurts Trump at all. Extremely anti-Republican, extremely anti-Trump, and actually, I don't think it really hurts Trump, to be honest. I mean, I think when they come out and say things like that, and they praise Democrats, I think it's a reminder to ordinary American voters that it's the wealthy people, the celebrities.
Yeah, and of course we saw a lot of Hollywood stars earlier this week come out in support of Kamala as well.
Remember when Trump thought he was the king of TV? Well, our girl Whoopi just knocked his crown right off. She's got the receipts, folks. Video proof of Trump's past shenanigans on The View. And guess what? Grumpy Trumpy ain't happy about it. He's throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, so she's mocking the assassination attempt on Trump, Adam.
Well, look, this is hardly a surprise from that show and from that group of women. I mean, they're
I've not been a fan of this man's. I don't like how he talks to us. I don't like how he talks to the nation. Then he just wouldn't go. He was like a bug. He just kept being there. He was like a bug right there. Zzz.
Calling Whoopi names like a kid who lost at Candyland. But Whoopi, she's just getting started, ready to serve some more truth tea. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you. It was the episode of you when you were on The View. And I think it was 2015 or 2006, like when you were running for president. You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add president of the United States to his resume?
Barbara was her usual polite self.
Remember when Trump thought he was The View's BFF? Oh boy, was he in for a rude awakening. Our favorite orange-tinted reality TV star had been strutting around, bragging about how much the ladies of The View adored him. But Whoopi Goldberg was about to serve up a steaming hot plate of reality check. Picture this, it's 2011 and Trump's making his grand entrance on The View. The announcer introduces him as our friend, but Whoopi's face tells a different story. Her expression screams, "Do I really have to sit through this circus?" It's like watching someone trying to keep a straight face while smelling month-old milk. Now, this wasn't just any old visit. Nope, this was peak conspiracy theory Trump. He was riding high on his birther nonsense, questioning President Obama's citizenship like it was his job.
Something on that birth certificate that he doesn't like.
Oh my God,
that's a terrible
that is
thing
just
to say.
Whoopi, I'm telling
He
you.
was 3 pounds
Whoopi, I love you. I'm
Donald,
telling
I love
you.
you too. I think that's the biggest pile of dog mess I've heard in ages. As she was with every guest. But did I look? I respect Barbara. You know, she said be polite to guests no matter what.
Yes.
And for the most part, I got through. I did it like I do now. And what they did for years, which is why people got up and said, you can't talk to me.
And boy, did he go all in. Trump, with all the subtlety of a sledgehammer, declared, I want him to show his birth certificate. There's something on it I don't like. Really, Donald? What did you expect to find? A note saying future president, but don't tell Donald. Whoopi, bless her soul, wasn't having any of it. You could practically see her patience evaporating faster than Trump's hairspray on a windy day. Her face was a masterpiece of annoyance and disbelief. It was like watching a teacher dealing with a kid who insists the dog ate his homework, and for the 5th time that week.
You can't talk about me like this anymore.
That tend to support Democrats, and I don't think that's really a help at all for Democrats. So look, I don't think it hurts Trump. I mean, of course, it goes to their character, but I don't think it hurts Trump at all.
But here's where it gets good. Whoopi, in all her glory, drops the mic on Trump's conspiracy theories. She calls his birther claims the biggest pile of dog mess I've heard in ages. Ouch, that's gotta sting more than a bad spray tan job. The audience? They were loving it. They clapped and cheered for Whoopi like she was handing out free money. It was clear whose team they were on, and it wasn't Team Trumpster. The best part, Trump probably walked away thinking he'd nailed it. In his mind, he was probably the star of the show, the crowd's favorite. Talk about living in an alternate reality. It's like he has a superpower for twisting any situation into a personal victory. If mental gymnastics were an Olympic sport, our boy Donnie would have more gold medals than Michael Phelps. Remember when "you're fired" was just a catchy TV catchphrase? Well, folks, those were the good old days. Our favorite orange-tinted reality TV star decided he was ready for the big leagues. And by big leagues, I mean the presidency of the United States. Because why not, right? If you can fire D-list celebrities, surely you can run a country. But our girl Whoopi wasn't about to let this slide. She watched in disbelief as Trump's antics escalated from mildly annoying to full-on political nightmare. It was like watching a toddler graduate from finger painting to performing brain surgery. Whoopi, bless her heart, became the voice of reason in a world gone mad. As Trump's political ambitions grew, so did Whoopi's frustration. She wasn't just rolling her eyes anymore, she was gearing up for a fight. Whoopi started calling out Trump's nonsense left and right. She wasn't afraid to point out that being a character on television is very different from being the president. It's like comparing apples to, well, very small orange-tinted hands. The View's attitude towards Trump, let's just say it took a nosedive faster than Trump's approval ratings. Whoopi and her co-hosts went from mildly annoyed to full-on mama bear mode. They started challenging Trump's statements and behavior like it was their job. Oh wait, it kind of was. Whoopi's frustrations finally boiled over when she declared, "People don't want to be spoken down to, they don't want to be made fun of." Preach, Whoopi. It's almost like she was saying, hey Donnie, being president isn't like your reality TV show. You can't just point at people and say, you're deported. Our favorite View host wasn't just worried about herself. She was concerned for all the marginalized groups affected by Trump's rhetoric. It was like watching a real-life superhero emerge, minus the cape, although I bet Whoopi would rock a cape. Trump, meanwhile, was probably wondering why everyone wasn't falling at his feet. Sorry, Donnie, but turns out running a country is a bit more complicated than running a beauty pageant. Who knew? Alright folks, let's talk about our girl Whoopi. She's not just throwing shade at Trump for funsies. She's using her celebrity superpowers for good. And guess what? People are actually listening. Turns out when celebs like Whoopi spill the tea on shows like The View, us regular folks pay attention. It's like they've got a direct line to our brains or something. But here's the real kicker. This Whoopi versus Trump showdown isn't just about two famous people bickering. Nah, it's like a mini version of America's political split. You've got Team Whoopi and Team Trump duking it out on our TV screens. It's like a reality show, but with way higher stakes. So, will Whoopi's truth bombs make a dent in the upcoming election? Who knows, but one thing's for sure, this political drama is more addictive than binge watching your favorite show. Stay tuned, folks, because this Whoopi Trump saga is far from over.